Hey everybody, it's Luke over at Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from Newderry. This is their 10,000 milliamp wireless battery case for the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. So if you need a lot of battery power, you're not going to be near any outlets or anything like that, then this battery case might be for you. We're going to check it out now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is everything that you get once you get it out of the box. Obviously, we're going to get some documentation and the case here. Now, they do go over some of the protections that are built in here, like short circuit protection, over voltage protection, over charge protection. And this is good because you're basically strapping a 10,000 milliamp battery to your phone, so you want to make sure that everything has those protections built in, and these definitely do. So let's take a look again at the battery capacity, 10,000 milliamps. You are going to be at 3.85 volts at 38.5 watt hours. So that is the stats on the battery there. Let's take a quick look at the little insert that they give you. Now, there's not a lot to look at here because it is a battery case, so really there's only one button on the back, but it does explain the LEDs and shows you your battery percentage here. The one LED is 1 to 25%, 26 to 50%, 51 to 75%, and 76 to 100% when all four lights are lit. So that's how you know an average estimate of how much is left in the battery case. Looking at the case here, you can see that it's got that single USB Type-C down at the bottom. It's got a nice felt insert in it to protect the back of your phone here. There is a portion at the top that is bendable, and that is how you're going to insert your phone and remove it from the case, so be careful doing that. You do have button covers here, which is great. I like button covers because they leave that tactile feedback of the actual buttons. On the bottom, we've got our microphone cutout, speaker cutout, and a nice cutout for the S Pen, so we can easily get that out. And of course, that USB Type-C input for charging the battery case and the phone. At the top, we've got our dual microphones, and on the back, we've got an area here. This is a matte rubberized texture. You can see it adds a pretty large bump to the back, but it is 10,000 milliamps, so you would expect that extra bulk. And on the inside here, we've got some stats we'll take a look at as well for this battery pack. You can see that the input and output voltages are at 5 volts, and that is fine. It's going to be a slow charge, but that's okay because you're strapping 10,000 milliamps to your phone, and for protection, you don't want this to do fast charging. On the back here at the top, you see we have that wireless charging area, and we do have 4 LED lights and a button to turn the battery pack on and off. Holding it down for 3 seconds will turn it on, and you can see you've got those 4 LEDs to give you an estimate of your battery life. So I've got my S24 Ultra here, and we're going to slide this into the battery case. Now, the way that you do this is to fold down the top portion of the actual case itself and then slide it straight in so that it lines up with the USB Type-C so that you don't damage your charge port, and then you can fold over the top corners. Now, when this is folded over, you can see that we do have some lip protection all around here and a little bit of a cutout for our top speaker there. So if you set this down on its face, it's not going to be touching the table. And it's pretty tight all around. The upper and bottom lips have a little bit of give to them, but not much. Now I have a tempered glass screen protector on here, and that screen protector has not been lifted up by using this case, so it is going to be a glass screen protector friendly. Getting out the S Pen is nice and easy on this because of the indent that they've put into this. So that's nice to have as well. And overall, you've got all your cutouts here, and they work out really nicely and line up very well. Looking at the camera protection, there is not much camera protection here. If you're very concerned, you can get individual camera lens protectors, but it's mitigated by the hump on the back of the case so that when you do have this set down, you have so much area between your lenses and whatever you're setting it down on, you don't really have to worry about it too much. It's super stable on the table or whatever surface you have this down on. So if you're going to be using the S Pen with this while it's sitting down on something, you don't have to worry about that at all because you have a nice stable surface when it's sitting down. So that's very good for avid S Pen users. Now it does add some bulk, but the weight is surprisingly not as heavy as I thought it would be, which is definitely a plus when you consider that this is a 10,000 milliamp battery pack. Holding the power button for 3 seconds turns it on and it immediately starts charging your phone. And then, of course, when you want to turn it off, you'll hold it down for 3 seconds again and it will stop charging your phone. So overall, pretty simple, pretty easy here. No problems with this case. Charging my phone, we're going to test wireless charging right now. Now, what I like to test with these cases, especially since this one supports wireless charging, is can we wirelessly charge through this case? And we should be able to. I've tested Newdairy products in the past, and they've all worked out pretty well. So we're going to use a Samsung Duo charger. This is an actual Samsung charger. And we're going to set this down here on our area. Pretty easy. Just set it right down and it should start charging it. Now, it may take a second or two. You can see I've got a red light there, but it does take a second to start actually charging. So there is a delay, so just be aware of that. But overall, very simple and very easy to be able to charge up this device. No problems whatsoever through the case. Again, NFC or tap to pay will work with this as well. And another cool feature is that if I do want to charge up the case by itself, I can remove the phone, and the way that you'll do that is just peel down the top portion, and what you want to make sure you do is just pull straight out. You don't want to angle your phone up to damage your charge port. And once you do that, you should just be able to plug in your charge cable and charge the case by itself, which is handy so that you can have it full maybe when you leave the house or when you go on a weekend trip or something like that. So there you go. That's my review of the Newdairy 10,000 milliamp wireless battery case for the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. Again, this is a great idea to have if you're an avid camper or somebody that's going to be away from a power outlet for quite some time. This is going to add a ton of battery as a backup for your S24 Ultra. Again, you can use wireless charging. It does do pass-through data for data syncing, and it will also be able to do tap to pay. So if you do want to do stuff via NFC like Google Pay or Samsung Pay, you will be fine with this case. So there you go. That's my review. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review. I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll check you guys out on the next one.